All right, traditional IRAs, annuities, QLACs, DIAs, and all that stuff. We're going to go over that in detail because you think it's just easy and everyone understands it. No. It's like showing paintings to blind people. No offense to blind people, but that's how tough it is sometimes when you're talking about annuities. You have to be very clear and factual, and that's what I do. Why? Because I'm Stan The Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states, including that very nice state that you're sitting in right now. And I've probably been there. I've been to all 50 states. Did you know that, producer? No, you didn't. Hey, go to your safe space. This is not some dainty little fun place to be, right, producer? I'm going to be brutally factual and honest, but not until I hear music. Okay, so people always ask me about these t-shirts. You can send, this t-shirt was sent to me by some dude in Texas, not even a client. He just sent it to me. He thought he wanted to see it. So, double extra large. I'm a big guy. I'm tall. 6'6", and before I cut my hair, I was 7'2". With the hair, I was like big and tall, but no more. So let's talk about traditional IRAs, QLACs, and deferred income annuities. And let's get down to the basics with what those are. Deferred income annuities are in essence a single premium immediate annuity that you defer. And the only thing that separates them from an immediate annuity is the income start date. Immediate annuities can start as soon as 30 days from the policy issue date, up to 1 year. A deferred income annuity is 13 months up to 40 years. So people say, Stan, who in the heck would buy a deferred income annuity and defer it for 30 or 40 years? That would be me. That would be me. And you go, what? I have two daughters. They're in their 20s. They're kind of perpetual college students. One's a college student in New York City at NYU, and the other one is at someplace in Hawaii. So she's kind of hanging out in Hawaii like a perpetual junior. You know what I'm saying? So I bought them both deferred income annuities with my money because I'm not sure that they are employable. I love them to death, but are they going to make a lot of money in the future? I don't know that. One of them's a dancer and one of them's a writer. You make that call. So a deferred income annuity, I put money in now and I'm deferring until they turn age 50. At age 50, they get a lifetime income stream. I'll be dead and gone, but every time that annuity payment hits, they'll be like, I just love Dad. The annuity man. No, they won't say that, but that's who buys them. They're future pension payments, a deferred income annuity. No moving parts, no market attachments, no annual fees, simple. You can explain it to a 9-year-old, no offense to 9-year-olds. You literally can have that conversation. I could go into the second grade and say, here's a deferred income annuity. You put money in, and then the income stream turns on, and the older you are, the higher the payment. Every one of those second graders will be like, got it. And that's the beauty of that product. Now, how does QLACs kind of play into that? A qualified longevity annuity contract is a DIA. I know what you're saying. SPIA, DIA, QLAC. You're acronyming me to death, Stan. I get it. I'm sorry. But it's the world that I live in. So let's go backwards again. An immediate annuity becomes a deferred income annuity, right? A qualified longevity annuity contract is a deferred income annuity that can only be used inside of a traditional IRA or some employer-sponsored plans. But when me and you are talking, we're talking about traditional IRAs. So a QLAC is a DIA. A DIA is a QLAC. A DIA is a SPIA. A SPIA is a DIA. Sounds like three-card month. But they're simplistic pension products that primarily base the payments on your life expectancy at the time you take the payment. The older you are, the higher the payment. Interest rates play a secondary role. So when I get back from the water break, we're going to talk about DIAs and QLACs a little bit more inside of traditional IRAs. All right, so you're not confused. That's a good thing. We're talking about QLACs and DIAs and traditional IRAs. Now, QLACs have a specific funding rule. At the time of this taping, 2020, the year 2020, you can put into a QLAC up to the lesser of 25% of your total IRA assets or $135,000. That's going to change. So if you see this 5 years from now in 2025, it's probably changed, all right? But there's funding rules because a QLAC was developed and introduced in 2014 by our friends, and I do say friends, at the IRS and the Department of the Treasury. They came out with a QLAC so that people could start planning for future income needs because Social Security, even though that's the best inflation annuity on the planet, it was never intended to be the primary source of your retirement income, even though a lot of people have to use it for that. the government, our friends at the government, and they're going to start producing these type of products, I think. QLAC's just the first one, that you can take your traditional IRA assets and buy a future pension plan. With the QLAC, you can start the income as soon as age 72 and as far out as age 85. A lot of people think, well, I have to defer to age 85. No, that's when they tap you on the shoulder and say, oh, by the way, that QLAC, you need to turn on the income stream. So you don't have to start it that late, but you can. And the other good thing about a QLAC is you can add your spouse or partner as a lifetime income stream participant, even though it's your IRA, which I think is fantastic. The other thing that's good about QLACs is that amount of money, let's just say you qualify to use $135,000, put $135,000 into your QLAC, that $135,000 is not used to determine your required minimum distributions when you turn age 72. It used to be 70 and a half. Now it's age 72. So the difference between DIAs, deferred income annuities, and QLACs, once you turn 72, we really have to use QLACs for future income needs. Most carriers, at the time of this taping, 2020, if it's a deferred income annuity inside of an IRA, not a QLAC, if it's a deferred income annuity and you want to say, hey, I want to put $500,000 in a deferred income annuity in my IRA and defer it to 75, they won't do it. The annuity companies won't do it. You can defer it up to, say, right at age 72, okay, and turn it on. But even then, a lot of them don't quote it. What they're trying to do is have people use QLACs. Now, can you use a QLAC, say, I want to take $500,000 when I'm 55 and defer it for 15 years and turn it on at age 70 in my IRA? Yes. But I think what you need to understand is that once you turn 72, then primarily that DIA is going to be a QLAC that you're using in that IRA, because most companies will not, some will, but it's really not worth quoting right now. Maybe this will change, but at the time of this taping, they will not quote deferred income annuities, especially over that 135, past that age 72. Just food for thought. But boy, is this a glaring example of why you need to set an appointment with me. Do not try to go through these annuity waters alone in your raft, in your retirement raft. Let me get on that retirement raft with you, and we can navigate and put together a plan. Maybe it's a combination of a deferred income annuity that starts at age 70 and then taking the rest of that money in a QLAC and deferring to, say, 75, or laddering it, having it start at 75, 80, and 85. You see what I'm saying, though? It can be complex. And remember that annuity contracts, even though they're contracts, they're customizable. And who's the best customizer in the annuity business? You got it, The Annuity Man. I can do that for you, and I would encourage you to set that 30-minute conversation with me at theannuityman.com so we can have that conversation, especially because, do you say especially because? That doesn't sound right. I'm going to say it anyway because I'm from the South. Especially because most people's assets are in their retirement accounts, whether it's a 401k, a 403b, a 457, or a traditional IRA. And by the way, those others can be transferred to that. Most people's money are in IRAs. So we have to talk about how to maximize that, which leads to the next Chester question. And Chester's the voice I use for all prospecting client questions. Well, why would I buy an annuity inside of an IRA? It makes no sense. No, Chester, it does make sense, because when you buy an annuity inside of an IRA, you're buying the contractual guarantees of that annuity. Forget the taxation part of it. You're buying the contractual guarantees. And in this case, with deferred income annuities inside of an IRA or qualified longevity annuity contracts inside of an IRA, you're buying a pension plan. You're buying a lifetime income stream. All right, I know that was a lot, but here's the good news. I've written books on both. Here's the qualified longevity annuity contract book. Okay. Here's the deferred income annuity book. I'll send you both for free and under no obligation. And also, I've done another video right here. Can you buy an annuity inside of an IRA? Bigger question, should you? And I cover that as well, because we go through all types. We, meaning me, and all of my personalities, go through all types and tell you how it works inside of an IRA. The bottom line, when you're buying annuities for the contractual guarantees, which you should, the will do, what's will do? The contractual guarantees. You own an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do. When you're buying it properly like that, doesn't matter what account you're putting it in. It could be in a Roth IRA, a traditional IRA, or non-IRA. You're buying the contractual guarantee. And oh, by the way, producer, those books come in that little gold full mailer. Look at that. Willy Wonka, the golden ticket of annuities. Hey, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time on the Stan The Annuity Man video channel.